Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. Today we are going to talk about the collaboration between Pokemon and the Japanese line artist Yu Nagaba. That collaboration brought us not only a very unique Pikachu promo card but also a limited edition collection box which we can talk about today. That collaboration is unique because normally if a new Pokemon card has been released or a new collection box has been released, it features a very straight in your face design. It's very happy. It's very, look at the Kanazawa box. This time it's completely different. The artist Yu Nagaba is very famous for his line technique, and that's exactly what Pokemon also wanted to bring back in the products that they are releasing for this collaboration. You can see it in the promo card and you can also see it in the design of the limited edition collection box. A lot of people has been asking me, and also on different forums on the internet I've seen, if this box and if this Pokemon card, this promo card, is actually worth investing in or not, if you should buy a couple of them or just buy one for your collection. That's a question that I will try to answer in this video. Just bear in mind that this is my personal opinion. You have to do your own research. I don't give you investment advice. I just give you my opinion and I tell you what I do. Okay, if you want to learn more, let's dive straight into it. Okay, immediately let's start with taking a look at what's inside of this limited edition box. And if you're going to do that, then we see that you have actually 4 different types of content in it. You have a rubber playmat, which looks very nice. You have a deck box, you have card sleeves, which are also looking very nice. And you have a smartphone ring. So that's exactly the content that you are going to find inside of this box. And immediately with that being said, we have the biggest negative point about this limited edition Yu Nagaba collection box. It doesn't have any booster packs in it, and it doesn't have a unique promo card in it. Now, originally, if you were able to buy this product in Japan, you had to pay 6,226 Japanese yen for it, which is around 56.5 American dollar, which is about 50 euro, I believe, something like that. It was sold with a lottery system, so you could file your application from June 18th up until June 28th, and if you were selected, you were actually able to purchase this box. Normally, a system like this means that these boxes are highly limited, they are very sought after, and the price immediately rise pretty fast. The last thing actually happened, so I have to be completely honest, I bought the box. Even though I'm not very enthusiastic about it, I really wanted to have it in my collection. I'm not going to open it. I actually saw the content from a friend of mine that ordered the box for the playmat and that actually opened it. The content looks nice. I don't have any problem with that. But the thing is that at this moment, if you want to buy this box, I'm going to talk about the European market. I'm sorry for my American followers, which I will hopefully have. But at this moment, this box in Europe goes between 250 and 300 euro. So I can imagine that I also heard people over in the United States actually that said that they had to pay close to 300 American dollars for it. So it's a little bit the same price as that it's here. And that's immediately the biggest problem with this box is that nowadays, if Pokemon releases a limited edition collection box, it immediately jumps up in value and pretty decent because, as I mentioned before, the original price was only 56 American dollars. It immediately rises in price a lot because you have a lot of collectors that actually want to jump in and want to buy this box. Hey, I was one of them. But the main question is this collection box going to keep its value in the future or not? And that's a very big problem because normally, basically, there are 2 things that drive a price from a limited edition collection box. Well, there are 3. First of all, it's the design. The design of this box is great. It's minimalistic, but it's great. Second of all, it's if it has actually booster packs inside, because if booster packs from sets are becoming more rare and more valuable, also the prices of these boxes going to rise, which is completely normal. And third of all, if it actually has a unique promo card in it. But the problem with this box is that it has none of that all. It has a good design, yes, but it doesn't have any booster packs or it doesn't have any unique promo card. Even though the collaboration from Pokemon and Yu Nagaba actually has a unique Pokemon card with it, and that we're going to talk about immediately. Okay, the second product that was released onto the market from the Pokemon and Yu Nagaba collaboration is this Pikachu promo card. This Pikachu promo card is a Japanese exclusive one. It's a reverse holographic card actually, and the design is very typical for the style of Yu Nagaba. If you already saw work of him in the past, then you know that this is exactly what his work is all about. This free Pokemon card, you already know it, it's a free Pokemon card, is handed out at Japanese Pokemon centers. The only thing that you have to do to be able to obtain this card, which is limited to one card for one person, is put an order from 1,500 yen, which is around $13.60 at this moment, and then you are going to be receiving this card. A little bit similar to what we saw with the Kanazawa Pikachu card, which was at least that Pokemon card was only given out for the opening of the new Pokemon Center in Kanazawa, but a very similar card, which has a very similar way of distribution, is the Illustrated Charizard. Normally, if this is the way how a card is released on the market, you can always expect a pretty decent amount of it. That means that you need to have a pretty big interest to immediately raise the price. That being said, if you were going to pre-order this card on eBay, you very easily had to pay $60 or even more for this card, which is really insane, I think. The issue is, at this moment, if you're going to import cards from Japan, if you're going to import them in the European Union, I'm again going to talk about my for my European followers, is that you have a lot of taxes that you have to pay, and that made this type of cards, of course, a little bit more expensive. It's a big difference between if you ordered something last year, because the entire regulation about it changed. So that's something that you have to keep in mind at this moment if you're going to import cards. From the moment that they are being picked up at customs, the chance is extremely big that you will have to pay a pretty decent premium for it. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. And it is something that's making these type of cards in Europe even more expensive than they originally already were. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. At this moment, I can see that they are being sold on eBay for around 30 euro, I believe. So which is around, I believe, 35 American dollars, or maybe even 30 at this moment. So yeah, with the taxes in Europe, very easily you have to count that you will be paying 40 to 45 euro, or maybe even more, for this card if you want to buy it. The big question that a lot of people ask is this card going to keep its value or not? And it's a little bit the same question that has been asked about this limited edition collection box. I think when the dust settles around this card, when a new card is being released, a lot of collectors are a little bit afraid that they cannot actually purchase it. So I think when the dust settles a little bit, about this card, I think that it will actually drop in value a little bit again, and you will be able to maybe obtain it for a lower price. That being said, I'm not exactly sure, because a card like this is always a little bit tricky, because you have a lot of people talk about it. A lot of people say that they don't like it. It's very minimalistic and you need to be a fan of that style. But on the other hand, a lot of people are actually always buy it, and they don't buy only one, they buy actually multiple copies of it to maybe get it graded, keep in a couple of binders for themselves, maybe even sell it. So it's always a little bit tricky. At this moment, I think this card is maybe a little bit overvalued. I don't know if I see it exactly drop back to the value all the way to, let's say, 10 to 15 euro, or around the prices that it has been released originally, which is $13, so 9 or 10 euro. I'm not exactly sure if that is going to happen. I highly doubt it. But hey, you never know with cards like this. I really think that for me, it's a good looking card. It's a unique design. It has potential. But as I mentioned before, the problem with these cards is that you have a lot of people liking them, but you have a lot of people hating them also, and it's a little bit a question if you actually really want this card in your collection as a collector or not. If you collect Japanese Pokemon cards, Japanese Pikachu promo cards, for sure you will want to have this in your collection, but for the real mainstream collector, maybe this card is a little bit less interesting if you're going to compare it with, let's say, the Kanazawa Pikachu. Okay guys, I'm not going to make this video too long, but before we are going to stop it, I just want to give my honest opinion about what I think that Pokemon did maybe a little bit wrong with this Yu Nagaba limited edition collection box. And everything that they did wrong, you can actually see in front of you. Before you see the limited edition Kanazawa box that has been released before, and you can see the content of this box. You had, first of all, you had a couple of unique promo cards, which you can see right over here. And the nicest one of that is, of course, this Pikachu one. Be careful, the Pikachu version that you see in front of you is not the one that you find inside of this box. I know they look very similar on this slide, but it's not exactly the same. The reverse holographic pattern and the color of the card that you can find inside of this box is different than the card that you see in front of you. This card actually was handed out for free the moment moment that you visited a Pokemon Center in Japan at the moment from the action, and it's a unique Pokemon card, a unique Pikachu promo card for the opening of the Kanazawa Pokemon Center, of course. That card looks actually great. It's one of the nicest cards, one of the nicest Pikachu promo cards from the last years, and that really wants to say something because we saw really great design, but I think this card is really looking amazing. But hey, the content of this box makes clear, and you can see that the value of this box is also going slightly up and up and up because the content is so fantastic. Not only do you get a couple of not special, you just get a couple of different booster packs from different Pokemon sets. You also, of course, has the very famous and very popular Shiny Star V booster packs, and then of course you have 3 unique promo cards, and besides that you also had the design of the box, which is really fantastic. That design of that box looks really amazing. I have it in my collection. I'm very happy with it. It's probably one of the last items that I would actually sell if I would actually come to a point that I want to sell some part of my collection. That being said, also with this action, at the moment that you had opening from the Kanazawa Pokemon Center, at least you had this special promo card that was given out for free at Pokemon Center. So you had a very good a very good promotion, which features at the one side this limited edition collection box with great content, and that you could actually obtain in Europe for 300 euros, so exactly the same price as that you now have to pay approximately 250 to 300 euro for this Yu Nagaba box, and you get all of this very nice content. And then of course you also had this card that you could obtain if you made an order from the Pokemon Center. You didn't have to make an order, actually. I believe that you just had to go inside of a Pokemon Center in Japan and you already got this card for free. This is not the only box. We are going to check one last box. And that's this one, also this EV Heroes special collection box. Also, again, very nice content. Of course, you also have a deck box and you have sleeves, but you also, again, have a very unique and very beautiful Pokemon card. And you also got actually booster packs from the very popular and very famous EV Heroes set. So this brings me to my final conclusion. If we look at the prices that you had to pay for not only this special EV Heroes box, but also the Kanazawa Pikachu box, and you're going to compare those prices with the price that you have to pay on today for the Yu Nagaba limited edition collection box, I think it's highly overrated. I don't see the price hold, to be completely honest. There's really not really a reason to open that box. If you actually want to use the playmat, yes, the playmat looks nice. It's a unique design. You can actually open it, but my honest opinion is that most collectors that actually want to have the box, and again, don't get me wrong, the design is minimalistic, but it is actually nice looking. But collectors that are going to purchase that box will purchase it to keep it sealed. And that brings another problem with it. The value of a collection box over time raises even more the moment that people are opening it. You have a lot of people that bought this EV Heroes collection box and that bought the Kanazawa box because they want to actually just have the cards out, they want to have the cards graded, and they want to have the cards like that in them collection. So they actually open the box, so the supply of the box, the amount of quantity of the box on the market becomes less, and like that you have an extra impulse that will drive the price over time upwards. That's again something that you will probably not have with this Yu Nagaba box. I don't see a lot of people opening it. I'm also not going to open it. So I think that you will always have a pretty decent amount of supply on the market available. We don't have exact numbers, of course, from which the box is being printed. That's a little bit of an issue maybe. But I'm happy with my box. I like it. I like the look of it. I like it that I have it in my collection, but I would have appreciated it even more, and I would have liked it even more if I could have bought it at a price of, let's say, 100 euro or something like that. I think 100 to 150 euro would be in the Western market, in the European market, in the United States market, $150 approximately, I think would be a fair price of that box. But in my honest opinion, $300 is a lot of money, or 300 euro. And I'm a little bit afraid that this is a very clear example of a box that is not going to hold its value. But hey, you know what? We are going to make a small bet, and we are going to check 1 year from now what the price of that box is doing, if it's actually more, then you've proven me wrong, and if it's less, then I made my point. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Pokemon related content. For now, I thank you very much for watching, and I would love to see you again in one of my next videos. Thank you. Bye bye.